All right, James, I feel like you guys didn't necessarily start slow the last game because you scored in the first 3 minutes, but after that, it kind of went away. What do you think happened after you guys scored that power play goal?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think certainly, like you said, I think we're a little inconsistent with just kind of the style we want to play to our identity as a team that we've kind of established over the first half of the season or so here. So, yeah, we just got to make sure we stick with that a little bit more consistently, and I think that gives us our best chance of winning.
How'd it feel to get one on PP2? Because you guys haven't had a whole lot of time just because the first power play has been so successful.
Yeah, the other unit's been buzzing along really nicely, and obviously been super successful for us and generating a lot and producing a lot, so that's been great. So obviously we want to make sure we're doing our job when we get a chance to go out there. So hopefully that's something for our unit we can build on a little bit and make sure we're still ready to go when we get out there.
You're very good in front of the net. So is Dmitry Voronkov. So I'm curious what you've noticed about his game when he's playing that same spot on the power play.
Yeah, he's you could tell his instincts are really good there, and just the little different skills and timing and things like that. His brain, I think that's probably his. Again, for me, the thing I notice the most about him is how smart of a player he is. He seems to be in good spots all the time and just make really smart, kind of crafty plays when he gets the puck, and definitely creates a lot of space for his line mates. So he's been someone that's been fun to watch for sure this year.
What do you like about the Russians in general? Because I ask you this because I think you think about the game a little bit differently than other people, and I've asked guys about it in the past. Just they play the game a little bit differently. So what do you like about it?
Yeah, I just like the confidence I think that they play with, and I know a lot of guys when they come over from Russia, when they see us North Americans and especially dumping the pucks, and they're like, what are these guys doing? But I think no, just kind of how they've bought into the again the structure that we're trying to play with. They're making smart plays with the puck, and obviously letting their skill and definitely their chemistry that they have together come out. Especially those two guys, Ronnie and Marchit, when they're playing together. It's been fun to watch. But those guys in general have been fun to hang out with. I've gotten to go for lunch with them a couple times, so to see the dynamic that they have and kind of see how Ronnie's like the little brother of the group that makes everyone laugh. So yeah, they're definitely a great group of guys, and again, they're fun to play with.
All right, you guys have the Blues in here tonight looking to bounce back. What do you think the key to winning this game is?
I think just playing consistently for the 60 minutes, obviously getting off to a good start. It feels like that's, again, we can kind of set ourselves up to have a strong game doing that. So I think, again, playing a little bit more consistently with our structure and getting off to a good start, I think will be keys for us tonight.
All right, James, thanks for this. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Lineup question. You going 7-11 tonight again?
Maybe.
If you do, you talked about how it's beneficial for you to get Marchenko out there, for example. Is it beneficial for certain players as well? Do you see players who are thriving under that system?
Well, I think we talked about this. Anyone that's doubling up is excited, right? Play a little bit more. Players, they're never going to say no to double shifting, that's for sure. So, yeah, I mean, it's worked a little bit for us here as of late, to get, a guy like Marchie, as you mentioned, on extra shifts. So if we do that tonight, then I'm sure he'll like it. And if we don't, then, we'll still get the ice time to the proper spots.
Back on the blue line with Matejchuk, is it also beneficial for him to occasionally be playing with a different D partner?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you want to have some chemistry. You want to build, and for the most part, he's played with Provi, and that pair has been real good since they've been put together. So, he's played really well. We're expecting him to continue to do that here tonight.
I know you said if about 11-7. Jay Christensen the other night only played 3 minutes. So how does game flow affect how ice time works out when you do have that setup?
Yeah, it's tough. We've actually had lots of discussions on it, and some guys are killing penalties, some guys are, we're matching against other lines, and then when you're doing that and you get a timeout, then normally the team comes back with their number one line. So a lot of that's dictated on obviously, especially here. With the matchups, a little bit more on the road, you just kind of flow. Are we aware that Christie's played 3 something, and then I think it's 4-5 the game before. Yeah, we've been aware of that.
And then Elvis tonight.
Yeah.
Do you talk to Nick? How often do you talk to Nick Backstrom? Your team does not have a back-to-back until January 22nd. How do you want to try to get Tarasov involved? He's doing the work, but how do you want to get him involved in a game at some point with no back-to-back?
Yeah, no different than we've talked about. It's game by game, right? And I tell you, if we had structure and we had a game plan as far as Nicky does, but I prefer to go game by game, and we've talked a lot about the earned culture or atmosphere that we want to have, and it's no different with our goaltenders. If you play well, then you're going to play. Simple as that. And but having said that, it's the same as the forwards and the D. We're conscious of guys sitting out too long and not finding rhythm and all that kind of stuff. So it's a balance, and we're trying to make the right decisions in all those areas, including our goaltenders.
Mentioned how well Matejchuk has played with Provorov. What kind of led into when Matejchuk comes up, him ending up with Provorov? Do you think maybe their games would mesh, or did it just make sense from a lineup perspective, or how did those guys kind of end up together there?
Yeah, just a little of both of what you just said. Provy's, a pro, right? Just conducts himself, goes about his business, can play the right side. Obviously, that was a factor. Not that Matejchuk can't play the right side, but to bring a young player up and put him on his off side is not the right thing to do. But yeah, a lot of it went into that. A lot of discussions on who he should play with at the start, and we saw some chemistry right away with the two of them. So they'll play again tonight together.
Dean, you've seen several games now. One of the lines you've put together was Van Riemsdyk, Fantilli, and Aston Reese. What have you liked about that particular dynamic of those three together?
Well, obviously, JVR had a real good game the other night. Obviously, on the stat sheet, 2-1, I think he had. And he's a guy that gets to the net. I'm sure he's a very easy guy to play with because he's very straightforward. He's just trying to get pucks out, get pucks in, get to the net, and he's got really good hands around there. So as far as the line combinations, we've explored, flipping some people around, and we may here tonight, with exception to Monty's line. Thank you, crew.